young lady that, well, not a young lady, but that had one of those. Fungus ball.
That sounds awful.
Okay, here's a cavity that happened in this. Then the cavity has got a bit of a lumpy air fluid level. You might have remembered talking about echinococosis. Dr. Apgari might have talked about it. Dr. Bordini may have talked about it in pathology. Echinococosis. Did you talk about that? It's a tapeworm.
Oh, good.
The ova are the eggs of the tapeworm. The tapeworm lives in the intestinal tract, usually of dogs or wolves. You know, some dog-like animal, foxes, wolves, coyotes, domestic dogs. They get the tapeworm from eating some infected animal. Humans are terminal hosts, and they're also accidental hosts. Humans get it from usually dusty soil or contaminated food. And, they get the ova, which are called hydatids, H-Y-D-A-T-I-D-S. And since it's an oral ingestion, usually it's the portal system first, then to the systemic vascular system, because you've got these huge big organs with all kinds of blood going in them, like liver and lungs. You know, it's a common place for them. Brain, bone marrow, and they cause infections in multiple places. If it cavitates because of the cyst wall, kind of the anatomy of the cyst wall, if it cavitates, the cyst, part of the cyst wall collapses and floats on the fluid when it cavitates. So instead of getting a nice horizontal line, which is coming from the cortical rib, but if you look, it's kind of got a lumpy configuration. You see that? That's part of the cyst wall that collapses and floats on the fluid. That's called a water lily sign. You know a water lily? Mm-hmm. Big, huge leaves, just floats on the water. That's where the name comes from. The cyst wall is floating on it. It's this lumpy border. Part of it goes here, comes up like this, and then over like this. That's called a water lily sign. That's classic for hydatid disease, or what's also called echinococosis. E-C-H-I-N-O, coccosis. Echinococosis. Very rare in this country.
So what was the post-op? So the top one was the original, and that was after.
Yeah, they must have surgically been thinking about maybe removing this and probably accidentally ruptured it, which is a very bad thing to have happen, because if you spill it into the pleural space, then you got a nasty mess. These also cause infections in your brain. They also cause bone marrow infections. They cause hydatid osteomyelitis. It's a nasty, nasty tapeworm thing.